Every time you open your phone, there's another AI tool promising to do your work. New chatbots launch daily, image generators pop up overnight, and social media is flooded with founders trying to build the next viral application. But if you look at where the world's most sophisticated investors are putting their capital, they are deliberately ignoring almost all of these consumer apps. Instead, they are spending billions acquiring giant, windowless warehouses. They are locking down massive power contracts, and they are hoarding raw silicon. We need to ask why the wealthiest people on Earth are ignoring the fastest-growing software market in history to buy heavy industrial hardware instead. While everyday users are distracted by the digital gold rush, the people who actually control the economy are executing a physical land grab to own the foundations those apps run on. Look back at the late 1990s dot-com bubble. Thousands of internet startups launched with massive valuations, but the vast majority burned through their funding and faced inevitable failure when the market corrected. Today's AI market has the exact same structural risk. If 1 million people rush into a river trying to pull a few flakes of gold out of the mud, almost all of them will go broke. The only guaranteed winners are the merchants selling the shovels and the panning gear. Modern data centers function as a specialized form of high-yield commercial real estate, commanding premium rent for every square foot of climate-controlled floor space. This diagram shows the system. Dozens of AI startups pay a monthly fee to access computing power in 3 massive corporate cloud networks. They pay digital rent. Once built inside these environments, systems are locked in. Moving data is incredibly expensive, creating absolute dependency. Companies like Amazon, Microsoft, and Google are aggressively expanding their physical footprints across the globe to capture this captured market. Whoever owns the servers collects a toll on every single AI query, every image generation, and every automated task. They eliminate their exposure to software market risk by simply owning the toll road. To understand why those toll roads are so valuable, we have to look at the machines inside these buildings. You will find symmetrical rows of metal server racks stretching out for miles. The core component required to train an advanced AI model is a graphics processing unit. Because AI processes millions of data points simultaneously, it relies entirely on the parallel processing capabilities of these specific chips. But packing thousands of high-performance GPUs into a single room creates immediate physical constraints. They run incredibly hot, demanding massive cooling systems, and they drain unprecedented amounts of electricity from the local grid. Here we have a chart comparing energy consumption. The small bar on the left shows the flat, negligible energy cost of a traditional web search. On the right, you can see how power consumption spikes massively the moment a generative AI query is processed. This exponential drain on the power grid is forcing tech companies out of their usual software lane. They are now signing decades-long energy contracts and securing output from dedicated nuclear facilities just to keep their machines running. Artificial intelligence operates as a heavy, resource-hungry industrial machine. If a company cannot secure cheap, consistent access to raw electricity, they are completely locked out of the market. Because computing power is strictly limited by physical resources, the competition for AI dominance has spilled outside of Silicon Valley. We are now watching governments engage in a geopolitical arms race. Nations are spending billions to build domestic semiconductor fabrication plants. They are racing to monopolize the global supply chains for rare earth minerals and the incredibly complex machinery required to print advanced chips. This is driven by a concept called data sovereignty. Defense departments and intelligence agencies understand that future military and economic power requires having their own localized, completely independent server networks. The giant windowless warehouses being built outside major cities are evolving. They are actively becoming the highly automated, sovereign factories of the next century. The next time you type a simple text prompt into a chat window, think about the physical sequence you just initiated. Your single question activates millions of dollars of industrial hardware running constantly in the background. History shows us that generational wealth is rarely built on flashy consumer trends. It goes to the people who identify the systems everyone else relies on and quietly buy the rights to own them. While thousands of startups fight over software subscriptions,
The true victors of the AI boom will be the silent architects who hold the deeds to the electricity, the silicon, and the invisible